Welcome to 15-minute yoga stretch for recovery. This practice is great for sore muscles on your rest day or as a gentle cool down after another workout. Let's get started in child's pose. Bring your big toes together, knees on comfortable distance apart. Walk your hands forward and lower your forehead down to the mat. Begin to deepen your breath. Breathing in and out through the nose. Expanding the ribs as you inhale. And relaxing your body more towards the ground as you exhale. Notice where you feel the stretch or release in this pose. It might be on your hips, lower or upper back, shoulders, sides of the body. Take another big full breath in child's pose. And then come up to your hands and knees, tabletop position. Place your hands underneath your shoulders, knees underneath your hips. 3 rounds of cat and cow. With inhale, drop your belly, lift your tailbone and chest up. With exhale, press the floor away, round the back, widen the shoulder blades. Inhale for cow, pulling your chest up. Exhale, round your back like a cat. One more time, inhale. Exhale, press the floor away. From here, start making circles with your torso, moving your upper body to the side, down to the other side, stretching your back, your spine. Change direction, a few circles to another direction. And then come back to neutral position in tabletop. Tuck your toes under and sit back to your heels for a little foot stretch. You can bring your feet at knees closer together or keep them hip distance apart. And stay here for a few breaths. If this stretch feels quite intense on the feet, try to focus on your breath, inhales and exhales. Just one more big breath. And then return back to hands and knees. Extend your right leg back, toes down on the mat. Gently press your heel back and down towards the floor to stretch your calves. Now bring your right foot forward to the outside of your right hand, coming into lizard position. Gently push your hips down towards the mat and lift up through the chest. You can stay up on your hands or fingertips if you need a bit more space, or lower down to your forearms if you need a little more intensity. You can stay right where you are, or for a little more quad stretch, bend your left leg, reach back with your right hand to catch the top of your foot, and gently press your heel down towards the hips. Release your back foot and bring your right leg back into tabletop. Straighten your left leg and push your heel down towards the mat, stretching your calf. Bring your left foot forward to the outside of your left hand. Sink your hips down towards the mat as you lift up through your chest. And again, staying up on your hands or lowering down to your forearms. Find a position that feels good on the hips and breathe there. Stay where you are or go for a quad stretch on this side. Press the heel down towards the sit bones as your hips still sink down towards the mat. Release your foot. Step your left leg back to tabletop. Tuck your toes under. Sit back towards your heels. And then push yourself up into downward dog. Begin to walk your feet out, pressing the heels towards the ground one by one, stretching the back of the legs. And now find some stillness in downward dog. You can keep your knees bent or straighten them a bit more. Heels heavy towards the ground. They don't need to touch the ground, but you should feel the stretch somewhere on the back of the legs, on your calves, ankles, hamstrings, depending on where you are most tight. Walk your hands back towards your feet hip distance apart or slightly wider. Hold the opposite elbows, adding weight to the upper body. Your knees can stay bent as much as needed, or you can straighten them all the way to get a little deeper stretch on the hamstrings. Just see what feels better in the body right now. A few deep breaths here. Release your elbows, turn your toes slightly out and sit down into deep squat. Hands can stay on the mat in front of you, or bring your palms together and press your elbows into the knees, opening them a little wider. Try to bring your heels down to the mat, but if they don't lower down all the way, don't worry, we are not staying here for a very long time, just do your best. One more big breath. And release this position. Come into cross-legged sit. Cross your shins in front of each other. Flex your feet. Move your shins slightly away from the body so that the shins are almost parallel to each other and parallel to the front of the mat, and you can see a triangle when you look down to your legs. Place your fingertips behind you, take a big inhale to lengthen through the spine, lift up through the chest. With exhale, bend forward to your legs, walk your hands forward as far as you can, and then release upper body over the legs. You can relax your upper back, head, neck, and just let your body become heavy here. Taking a few breaths to stretch the hips, maybe lower back or upper back. Slowly come back up to seated position. You can keep your shins the way they are or cross them the other way for next pose. Bring your hands behind you, palms or fingertips on the mat. Stay grounded through your sit bones as you lift your chest up to the ceiling. And find a stretch on the front of the shoulders, on the chest. The further your hands are away from the sit bones, the deeper the stretch will be. Keep breathing here, in and out through the nose. And you can always adjust your hands, walk them further away, or come up to your fingertips. One more big breath into the chest. And release. Uncross your legs and lay down to your back. Keep your knees bent and place your feet mat distance apart. Lower your knees to the left side and place your left foot or ankle over your right knee. Bringing that right knee closer down towards the mat. Hands can be anywhere they feel comfortable, on the body, alongside the body. Bring your knees back to center and lower them to the right, placing your right ankle over left knee. A few more breaths on this side. Bring the knees back to center. Place the soles of the feet together and open your knees for butterfly, our last position. You can close your eyes for a moment here and just let your body relax. Let your legs become a little heavier and the knees open a little wider, stretching the inner thighs, the groin. Take one more big breath in, slow breath out. Bring your knees together, roll over to the side and come up to seated position. I hope you enjoyed this short yoga stretch. Let me know in the comments if you did. See you in the next video. Bye!